You are locked into Motorhead Garage, and I bet you love motorcycles because we do too. And if you love cool motorcycles that perform great and sound great, well, this is the show for you. Do not go anywhere because you're going to love this episode of Motorhead Garage.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest and exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. If you love motorcycles, you no doubt love performance. And when we're talking performance exhaust, D&D Performance Exhaust is the only place to go. Now, Rusty, you're the expert on this. The company's been at it for a long, long time. How did D&D get started in the performance exhaust business?
Well, in 1972, the original owner, David Rash, needed an exhaust pipe for his race bike, and there was nobody that made anything. So he made it himself.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Correct.
And what set that exhaust apart from the stock exhausts that were out there?
Well, it was based on performance to get as much power on the racetrack as possible. So that's what we strive to do to this day.
And that was back in the early 70s. So you've had a lot of R&D experience through the years. And how has the company evolved since then?
Since our meager starts in the garage, we've grown into bigger facilities and gone from the European bikes and the Japanese motorcycles into the Harley world and now the Indians. We always kept that same base as far as performance goes for our customers.
And who are your customers? What kind of breadth of customer do you have?
Anybody that likes performance and high quality.
And you have a lot of folks on the street and a lot of folks racing as well.
We tend to do a lot of street motorcycles now. We bring the performance of the racetrack to your bike that you ride on the street.
You've got 8 different bikes here. And this is just a small sampling of what you have at home back in the shop. Why so many bikes, and how do you use these as test mules?
I have a motorcycle problem, of course. However, I can justify that because I use them as test mules. So I test different engine combinations, different things that are out on the market as far as the aftermarket goes, and I see how our pipe performs on those different engine combinations.
What is the process like when someone's looking for exhaust for their motorcycle? How do they get in touch with you, and what do they need to do?
We have over 8,000 dealers worldwide. You can go to your local Harley shop, you can go to your local aftermarket shop, you can actually find us online. We have social media outlets that you can buy off of Facebook and Instagram and all the rest of those. Go to our website or just give us a call.
In short, you're everywhere, and you can service anybody based on the engine combination of the bike that they have as well. Let's talk about construction now. You pride yourself in high quality. Tell me about the quality of your exhaust systems.
One of the main things I like to focus on is making sure that everything is made in the United States. We have our pipe built at the mill to our specifications, even the ore that it has to come from domestically sourced ore. I mean, there's some things that you just can't get made in America anymore, so we make them ourselves because I want to make sure when we say it's 100% made in America, it's 100% made in America.
I love how you pay attention to Made in the USA, and you've got a couple parts with you that you actually make because you can't find them anywhere else in the US. Show me what you got.
Some of the things that are very hard to find are actually these plugs right here. So we make our own 18 and 12 millimeter bungs and bung plugs. This particular piece right here, you can't buy that in America, so we make it ourselves, and you throw 2 of them away. Huh. That's how far we go to make sure that everything is made in the United States.
You're a Marine, so I know it means a lot to you to be made.
Very much so.
And you brought some other stuff with you that means big performance, and you're the only one that makes it in the US as well.
One of the things that is a little bit different about our exhaust pipes than some others and the stock ones is we pay really close attention to how the exhaust comes out of the port and into the exhaust. One of those things is actually the spigot. This particular spigot is for a 143. That particular engine combination is got such a big bore that the port is extremely short. So we found on the flow bench and on the dyno testing that we were able to gain quite a few CFM and a lot of horsepower by making that port longer. So we CNC the spigot that welds to the front side of the exhaust pipe, and this is it.
Very cool. And let's talk about the pipes themselves here. Great looking from the top, but you look underneath, it's all business here. The heat shields look amazing on these. Every
one of these heat shields is hand formed, and we make sure that every one of them is mandrel bent, and we cut each one of them, and each one of them is actually hand fit. The header is a step tuned header. They're all TIG welded by hands. We don't have any machines that do any of that. This is the spigot that we were talking about. This is the flange. These are some of the pieces that we just saw. As you can see, each one of them is TIG welded. It's stepped 4 times on this particular pipe, which is for a twin cam bagger. The merge are actually welded together and then ported. All of these things are part of the performance. I don't know if you know how exhaust works, but the best way that I have ever found to explain to people is you're trying to catch the wave. So there's many waves that go in and out, and what you're trying to do is catch one of those waves while the intake and exhaust are on overlap and try to grab as much air fuel as possible out of the intake runner before the exhaust valve shuts.
One other great looking piece here, you've got the muffler with the baffle installed here. Show me how that works.
This is a multi-step design baffle. We actually build this piece out of billet, so there's no external fasteners when you bolt our end cap on. It's got an inner and an outer core, and it's designed specifically for performance.
Well, they do all the hard work, so all you have to do is bolt it in. When you get it, your bike's going to sound better, it's going to perform better, and it's going to look great. Check them out at dndexhaust.com. We are just getting revved up, so stay tuned for more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings coming right up.